You know, it's a weird aesthetic, but sometimes I like to turn on this light, put it on the campfire mode, and act like I'm in the woods. It is December 29th. We are 2 days away from the new year. 3, technically. I need something to drink. I'm gonna crack one open real quick. Watch this. Ready for this? Hell yeah. You know, every time it comes time to make one of these videos, it's always a rush because Christmas comes around and then boom, New Year's is right there. And with Christmas, I sort of get busy and lazy, and then I have to rush make this video. If I had to recap 2025, then I would break it up into 2 parts. The first part is pretty boring and repetitive. I didn't do really anything most of the year. For the first 5 months at least, I really didn't do anything. But did I learn so much about corporate jargon and all that stuff? The thing is, the job that I was in, it wasn't even a corporate job. It was just surrounded by people that had actual adult jobs. And I learned a lot about how corporate works, how dumb decisions are made, and how decisions are made by people that have no experience or have very little experience in an effort to make up for a bunch of stuff. Yeah, even though I wasn't part of corporate, I got a really good look into it and immediately knew that that wasn't for me. And believe me, even the people in that position don't want to be in that position, mainly because of the company. I'm not saying the job itself was bad. What really made a change in my life was when my friend Silvino asked to do a 30-day photo challenge where we took a picture based around a subject, and we would be posting every single day for 30 days for the month of June. And it doesn't matter if the picture was bad or good, every single day we had to have a post on Instagram where we would take a picture based around a subject. And I thought, why not make it into an Instagram reel BTS sort of thing? So every single day I would take a picture and then I would make a reel based around how I took the picture, what I did. Little did I know at the time, but choosing to do that challenge would open a bunch of doors for me. I'm not gonna go too much into detail, but I feel like I poured a lot of creative energy during June, and it was a mix of emotions because I also put in my 2 weeks at the company that I worked at for 3 years. Mind you, at this company, it was like my first ever job where I actually got a consistent paycheck. I worked for 2 years as a maintenance tech, and then 6 months for an event sales admin. I became a platinum admin and decided, yeah, I think this is it for me, and put in my 2 weeks. June was just filled with a mix of emotions because I was seeing some success from the 30-day photo challenge, but also dealing with not knowing how to move forward after putting in the 2 weeks. I don't know, it was a mix of emotions. I feel like I learned a lot of good and bad from working at the company that I used to work at. If you can't tell where I worked, just take a look at that other video I made. And after June, the second half of 2025 started, and it was just full of mistakes. I've never been open about this on YouTube, but I started doing freelance videography just to see where it takes me, and I got a couple of really good leads for my 30-day challenge where one guy on TikTok reached out to me and wanted me to shoot wedding decor, Indian wedding decor. And from that, it led me to meet a bunch of different people, like a wedding coordinator, a DJ, and I sort of got a sliver of the Indian wedding industry. Now, to be clear, I wasn't shooting the wedding itself. I was just shooting the decor, or I would do a little BTS for the wedding planner, or I would shoot the whole wedding technically so that the DJ could hand it to someone else to edit. But I can tell you that I quickly figured out that it is not my cup of tea. Weddings are just not my cup of tea. When I said I made a bunch of mistakes, to be honest with you, I just didn't know how to price myself accordingly. I didn't know how to properly deliver assets. I would use WeTransfer like a freaking goofy goober. Even pricing too, I would sort of undervalue myself. And in this space, when you're first starting out, I feel like it's so hard to charge because the other person hasn't seen your work, so they don't know. And it's easy to sort of undercharge yourself and sort of shoot yourself in the foot. While doing a little bit of the wedding stuff, I would also occasionally get like some corporate things, like a business that was opening and they wanted a recap video, or a surprise engagement out of nowhere. Believe it or not, I just happened to be at the right place at the right time and was able to shoot this engagement for this person. Craziest thing happened. Someone's setting up a proposal right there, and just right place at the right time. I was like, do you need some help? And she saw me in my big camera. She's like, can I pay you to like help shoot and like set this up? So we're on a quick side mission now. And I'm here with Jason.
It's killing me right now.
Yeah, bro, it's mad windy, but side missions for real. Let's do it.
All right.
It's awkward and difficult to sort of stand up for yourself in this space without being ran over a few times. And I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example of where I fucked up. So with this one DJ that I met when I was shooting at one of the wedding decors, he asked about me a little bit, about my background, and we connected, and I gave him a price, thinking that he wouldn't say yes, and he happened to say yes. And then I realized while doing the job and the whole scope of the job that I severely undervalued myself and hadn't charged enough. And while working for him as well, I realized that this is someone that I just don't want to work for reasons that I'm not going to get into. But we had the whole week/weekend planned. I did the shoot during the week, and Saturday night, I told him how I wasn't going to be able to shoot for Monday because I just didn't want to work with him. And this dude crashed out. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but he was just going on and on, sort of berating me, telling me this, and that. And I sort of just sat there and took all of it. I don't know why I didn't talk back, but I just sat there and I was like, okay. And that was it. It was going on and on, also trying to guilt trip me, saying that if you want to do this the right way, shoot for me on Monday, and then we don't have to talk to each other ever again. Telling me about how I put him in a weird position to find someone for Monday, which is weird because just 2 days ago, he would tell me how a lot of people want to shoot for him. So I don't see why it would be hard to replace me. It was just going on and on about X, Y, and Z. And then he still asked me to shoot for Monday, saying, I'll pay you whatever you want and you can make whatever video you want. Just shoot for me on Monday. And I, of course, said no. Proud of myself for saying no. It's different when you have like a job and someone asks you to do something and you say no. It's very different IRL when you're working with multiple people and you have to sort of like stand your ground as well. Even though that moment sucked, it did teach me a lot. And it helped me not get taken advantage of in the more recent project that I did. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that I got a little bit better at putting my foot down and looking out for myself. I also got connected and did this one contract job with this one company that flew me out to a different state and paid me for doing the shoot. It's a UK-based company, and because they're in UK, they wanted someone in the United States to go to one of their locations and shoot. And it might not sound crazy to you, but having someone paid for my travels, food, and hotel, and doing the job on top of that was like a 10 out of 10 feeling. And when it came to pricing, I was happy with the number that I put. I'm going to be honest. I was happy. And I'm surprised that they even said yes. Because when I sent my pricing and when I sent the link for the payment, I got ghosted for like 5 days. Monday morning, I sent a message. And then Tuesday, the very next day, 2 days before the shoot date, he messaged me back saying, sorry on the delay for payment, we're good to go. And I got the deposit. It was a pretty big deposit. It was probably the biggest deposit that I've ever worked with. And I was like up there. Anyways, I go out there, I shoot, and I come back. And it was in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. I went to West Virginia, but it was a lot of fun. Even in this country, I got culture shock because I had never been to West Virginia, and I don't think I would ever intentionally go. I have so much footage from that place that I just haven't edited. I completely forgot to mention, I also put lights on my car for December as well. Drew here with the YouTube channel. Today I'm with Ace Frame Media CEO again. And we're putting Christmas lights on my Mustang.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm seeing the vision. No, bro, this is pretty fire. It's pretty fire. He's laughing at me. This is his idea, so he's gonna do it now. Give me that.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
Quick update. The time is currently 4:01, and this is what I have so far. That side is taped up. The other side needs some tape, and then the top area, and then that's pretty much it. Yeah, this is what it looks like. It's looking pretty nice.
But if you kiss me now, I know you fool me again. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away, gave it away. Just a little bit. Right time, it's the right time to rock the night away.
I feel like the older I get, times just pass by so fast. It's a year that has been full of mistakes and just trying a bunch of stuff. At this point, this YouTube channel is just like my personal diary. That's just a save file. I hope to my friends that are watching this internationally and domestically that you guys had a really good 2025. And I will see you in 2026. Happy New Year.